if only us, fallible human beings had some kind of example to look to maybe mimic and try to copy and use inspiration to get better at things.
I feel like he's going somewhere, but I'm not quite sure.
I wonder if there's
where.
like something in like we could all relate to, maybe, and we could all get behind.
Someone should do a podcast about that.
Yeah, maybe.
Welcome to the multiverse.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the multiverse. As always, I am your host, Junior. Joining me, also as always, as of now, is Dakota.
Heyo!
Hello, Dakota. And over there in the corner, we have Robert returning with us
Hello again.
for the proper Superman
Correct.
episode.
I'm not going to apologize for that episode. I enjoy what we did.
That's right, baby.
We don't apologize for anything. We beg for forgiveness.
In life?
It's basically a Smallville episode, right?
I mean, kind of, yeah. Smallville CW episode. So today we're going to be covering the All-Star Superman story written by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely from 2005.
I think you said that on the other episode.
Yeah, well, I lied. So we got a little bit distracted. Not even distracted. We did it on purpose. But so if you want Superman background information, go listen to the first 45 minutes of the previous episode.
At most, yeah.
Yeah. It just kind of doesn't snowball from there, but then it's just kind of like loose general Superman conversation.
Yep.
If you're ready to just jump into All-Star Superman with us, you're in the right place.
Heck yeah.
Alrighty, fellas. We begin our story, issue number 1, at the center of our solar system, the sun.
What?
Or if you believe, the scientists.
If you can get past the dome, yeah.
No, Junior.
Thank
The
you.
sun is inside the Earth.
Oh, don't get me fucking
We're
started.
all inside the Earth. There is no universe. It's just the
My
the
headache's
sun
back.
and us.
That's weird. One Dr. Leo Quintum, leader of Project, is attempting to harvest the power of the sun and bring it back to Earth. This is the first manned solar mission.
But we've tried to harness the sun before to make death rays.
Yeah, but we successful this time. He's at the sun.
Okay, quote unquote successful. This isn't reality. We
Wait, what?
did not successfully harness the sun here.
Correct. Dr. Leo Quintum and Project are both unique entirely to All-Star Superman.
What's Project?
Project is actually an alternate universe offshoot of the infamous Project Cadmus.
Oh.
In most continuities, as well as live action adaptations, Project Cadmus is a group of scientist dickbags too interested in experimentation. Science without ethics. Akin to Nazi scientist doctors like Joseph Mengele.
Yeah, but see, I feel like they're learning things.
Dude, I was so terrified you were going to defend Joseph
That's
Mengele.
That's what I thought was about to happen.
No, I was actually going to defame Mengele even more.
No. Okay.
Because I feel like Cadmus, they're at least learning something.
They did no Nazi scientists.
No, Mengele.
It's currently storming out. I don't know if I could edit that one out.
No, Mengele, we learned nothing from him. A lot.
We learned bad things. We still learned. Anyways, we need to move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Project Cadmus is most famously responsible for the creation of the Superman Lex Luthor hybrid clone known as Superboy. But All-Star Project is no Project Cadmus. We'll see that later, but they're genuinely good guys. Mostly because it was taken over by this Dr. Leo Quintum. Dr. Leo Quintum, along with 3 other crew members, have started to experience some engine trouble in their shuttle. As you do.
No.
No, it's the law.
No, this isn't a fucking shitty Toyota Corolla sitting on the side of the highway.
So, you've been talking shit about no Toyotas.
This isn't a fucking shitty Ford or anything like that sitting on the side of the highway that you got a crack in your radiator.
Yeah, fuck the Fords. To make matters worse, one of the crew members has started to transform.
God damn it.
He's already there. Into a gray, hulking blob of sorts.
You fucking gray Martian?
Well, but the other crew members are too distracted dealing with the possibility that they're soon going to have to experience 40 million degrees without any technological assistance to notice the monster forming behind them.
Is he just silently just
Yes.
transforming?
It's like honestly like a Hulk transformation. Like the back of his fucking shit's like splitting and like you can start to see like he's expanding.
I feel like that makes a noise.
I mean, probably, but the sound of like critical engine failure, like
Yeah.
klaxon
Yeah,
noises.
okay, yeah.
Like a
I
bunch
wasn't
of
thinking of
buzzing
like
and-
alarms going off or
Yeah.
anything like that, because I imagine
Yeah.
they silenced those.
Yeah, no, they're a little busy. They're in the sun.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense, makes sense.
Dr. Quinton tries rallying the troops, telling them not to be afraid. The doctor's not ready to just give up and die. The gray blob behind them, who now has tubes extending out from its back with green blips at the end, says, quote, "Perhaps not, but I am. See, I just remembered something. I'm a genetically modified suicide bomb in human form. Death, courtesy of Lex Luthor."
You just forgot about that?
No, it's just Lex being a piece of shit.
Fuck that guy.
Lex Luthor, if you know literally anything about Superman lore, is one of the big blue Boy Scouts' greatest enemies. Fueled solely by his xenophobia, his life mission has always been to eradicate Superman and all other Kryptonians. He believes Earth should be home to humans and no one else. The finer points behind his justification shifts depending on who's writing him, but that's the basics.
Yeah.
Scared. He is scared.
Scareboy. He doesn't like that someone's stronger
I
than
mean, kind
everyone.
of.
And
He's always trying to
everything.
prove that there's something wrong with these illegal aliens.
Wait a minute.
Because Superman's a target he can't overcome.
Mhm.
It's a goal you can't overcome. You just
Lex is a type of man that sees a challenge and wants to overcome it.
yes. He wants to be the best, and you
Just
can't be
fucking-
the best when Superman's flying around.
just fucking
Correct.
take a chill pill, bro.
Right? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. You fucking cool it.
He's also either the smartest or second smartest human on planet Earth, depending on the series, with number one being Batman. There is an existing DC intellect rating system,
But
but
a Brainiac scale.
yeah, that's exactly correct. But it fluctuates and also isn't very consistent.
You're surprised I knew that.
No, that was good. Yep, that's right. Like Dakota said, it's a system designed by the not Brainiac specifically, but
Mhm.
like the race that he comes from.
Yeah, the Brainiacs themselves.
Yeah, because like base level, all Brainiac like citizens are like level 8,
Yeah,
I
which
think-
is higher than
Yeah, what's a normal
Most-
human?
like
like
one.
a one,
One to
or
two.
two.
Okay.
Lex and Batman are both 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I honestly, it just sounds like every time like that when Dickbag in high school tried to brag about his IQ score, it's not a good way of quantifying intelligence, and it just kind of makes him sound like an asshat.
Yeah, and even a lot of scientists, I mean, they get roped into cults and shit. So just because you're smart doesn't mean you're smart.
Right. There
Yeah.
are different types of intelligence.
And got that
Yes.
street smarts. That's why I can take their money. And the women.
Well, this is Dakota starting his cult again. Is that the event?
The event is unrelated to the congregation.
Superman's already been alerted, but assuming he was on Earth when he got the call, it takes a little bit to travel over 94 million miles,
Like
even for Superman.
2 minutes.
So he's on his way. Back on Earth, the folks at the Daily Planet are busy pumping out the latest scoop. The Daily Planet, if you're not familiar, is the newspaper that Superman works at when he's not rescuing cats stuck in trees as his normal person alter ego, Clark Kent.
Wait,
Along-
Clark Kent rescues cats?
No.
Oh.
Along with the love of Superman's life, Lois Lane. She also works there. And a couple others. We'll get to another one later on.
Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
You're so smart. I need to give you a cookie.
Jimmy Olsen's on Supergirl.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the black guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Came to
He does He turns into
Guardian.
Guardian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, he
I
was
really liked him in that show.
he was
by the
quote
way.
unquote sent by Superman to kind of keep an eye on Kara, make sure she's going to be doing okay.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Because
was one of
he
my
and
favorite
Superman
parts
are
of the
best
show.
friends. Yeah.
So the big scoop they're working on is that Lex Luthor convinced the world he had gone straight, was released from prison by the government to work for them, leaving his bad guy antics in the past. What's that? What's that, boy? What do you smell?
You smell that, Robert?
It smells something.
He farted.
It smells like a bunch of bullshit.
Thank you. He then put a shitload of money into water sources,
What?
dammed up a bunch of rivers, then fucked with the sun in the incident that's currently going down, the one that's yet to resolve.
So he's fucking with water in the sun,
Yeah, to
But
cause
he's
a drought.
but he's a good guy.
Yeah, good guys don't do that.
No. I mean, look at L.A. They're going through a drought.
Thanks a lot, Lex.
Yeah. It's a bad thing. Good guys don't do bad things.
You are just so goddamn smart.
You're
I'm
starting
trying
to
here.
get Superman.
We did it after 2 hours earlier.
You're starting to get it.
Over at the government facility that now houses Lex, General Samuel Lane, father of Lois Lane, comes down to check on Lex, his latest government asset.
Yeah.
The story building up over at the Daily Planet has some serious ass accusations in it, and the general, upon hearing about this story, intended to remind Lex who he really works for.
Lex.
Correct. Lex is in kind of a VR setup, hooked to wires and a visual feed. He is controlling the Grey Beast up at the sun, terrorizing Dr. Quintum and his team. It didn't take anything at all to get Lex to cop to his plans to take down Superman.
As he normally does.
Bad guy monologue.
Yeah.
Punch him in the face when they monologue.
Lex tells the general, quote, 3 months ago, I looked in the mirror at those nasty little spider webs of lines around my eyes, and I realized something.
You're getting old?
Yeah.
And he isn't. So if I want to die happy, it's time to get serious about killing Superman.
What a shitty fucking reason.
He doesn't need much justification. He's already hates Superman.
Oh man, I'm getting old. I've got aging lines. This motherfucker. He's got no crow's feet on the edge of his eyes.
Which means Lex is declining in physical health, and Lex takes care of himself physically.
Yeah.
Like he's not like fat like American businessman.
Oh yeah, I mean, he works
You could
out
have
and
just
things.
stopped at American.
Okay, not all Americans
Got
are
him.
fat.
Okay, there's a few.
He's no Andrew or Junior.
I'm gonna think about what Superman would do in that situation, and I'll
Not do it.
be disappointed with you. The
Okay.
gray monster up at the sun tells them, quote, fusion will occur in 30 seconds. It's at this time that Superman arrives at Project's shuttle and realizes what's going on. He wrangles the primed nuke of a person outside the shuttle in time to get a safe distance away and let the suicide bomber detonate. However, Lex Luthor basically just detonated a nuke on the surface of the sun. The Project shuttle didn't exactly have time to escape that kind of blast radius. However, this encounter with a nuke in proximity to the very thing that grants him powers just granted Superman a new power. As the shockwave extends out, about to encapsulate the Project shuttle, Superman projects out his own bioelectric field to surround and protect all of them.
I was going to ask if he could shoot out a tiny Superman.
That's a Mr. Mixie's Piddlix shit.
I know it was a brief run when he lost his powers, but he could shoot out a tiny Superman that had all the powers of Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I shoved that out of my brain.
See, I know my Superman lore.
How?
Didn't he just tell us he knew nothing?
He read 2 issues. What is this?
I know comic book facts.
Just reading weird articles about Superman?
Yeah.
I got to know who I hate.
Alright. All life forms give off a bioelectric field.
Correct.
It's a byproduct of having muscles and nerves.
And the electric synapses firing in our brain and
Yep.
heart and things.
And all that shit. We're basically batteries. So Superman basically extended his invulnerability to Dr. Leo Quintum and his team. But that's not the only change in Superman's body.
Oh, man.
Oh man is correct. Back on the I forgot to mention this. Like, we should probably establish, Robert, you know this story.
Yes.
Like, you're still here as our Superman like advocate.
Yes.
We are trying to convince you that Superman is worthy.
This is going to be some Superman dumb shit.
Well, just wait. Because I knew as soon as you said there's this new power, he's gonna like roll his eyes or whatever. But it all makes sense.
Yes.
in a Superman fashion.
Yeah,
Like,
in the comic books.
It's like, I'm not sure how much sense this will make.
Well, it'll have a payoff. How about that?
Yes. Pretty quickly, Dakota. Back on the Project Moonbase.
I wait with bated breath.
Back on the Project Moonbase, Dr. Quintum and his team decide to run some tests. Superman just got a new power. This is really fucking weird. We got good news, and we got bad news. We also get a glimpse of what Dr. Quintum wears on a daily basis. A god-awful rainbow trench coat. Dakota's hanging his head now. It's called Fashion Sweaty. Look it up.
No, it's not. It looks like those shitty wraps you'll put on a car where when you change your angle, it changes the color.
Yeah, actually, it looks exactly like that.
It's badass.
Yeah.
I'd wear that.
It is dumb as shit.
The good news is it looks like Superman's strength has at least tripled to being able to push, don't fucking roll your eyes yet, 200 quintillion tons.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yes, I've seen those things in the shows and comics when he's like lifting the heaviest thing ever, and they're like, you seem to be handling this all right. I'd add more weight, but there's literally nothing else to add on that would mean anything.
You're correct. For those of you who aren't nerds, you go million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, and then quintillion.
Thought you were going to miss quadrillion.
You ain't gonna catch me slipping. 18 zeros. And that was just as high as the machine could test because, like Dakota said, they had nothing else.
There was a comic once where he lifted a book with infinite pages or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
So he can lift a lot.
Yeah, or the, it's like the Book of the Universe or some shit that has the ability to rewrite the entire universe, but it also weighs infinite weight.
And
And
is that
Lex
the thing you're
Luthor-
talking about?
And Lex Luthor got it, and Superman just kind of takes it from him.
Because that's what you do to a nerd. You
No,
bully
because
him.
Luthor took everyone's powers, swapped them, and then gave himself the power of Superman.
And this was one of the two issues that you read?
No, this was in TV, so I didn't have to read anything.
God fucking
No,
damn
there's
it.
a comic. There it must have been a different book that was being lifted that was infinite pages.
Yeah, no, this was like Mr. Pitalik type shit.
Okay.
Gotcha. The bad news. Well, there's no easy way to say this other than Superman has cancer.
Deadpool survived cancer,
No.
technically.
That's because he can heal it.
Yeah.
Thanks to Lex's meddling, Superman was exposed to more radiation than his cells can process. And very slowly, but surely, his body will shut down as his cells die off, one by one.
I think it's interesting to note that Grant Morrison's father died of cancer a year before this came out. So he was drawing on personal
Some
experience.
real shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's phenomenal.
Wow.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I mean, well, okay, I don't think it was as overused at this time because this was 2005. But nowadays, it feels like all comic book characters get cancer because it's like a good way to develop like trauma.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
I mean, they don't call it cancer.
no, they do not.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to die. Superman has about a year left to live. Dr. Quintum tells Superman, quote, "If I hadn't tried to steal fire from the sun, none of this would have happened. You risked everything to save me and my crew, but Luthor used us to kill you." This is a little heavy, so Supes goes outside to think.
Oh, the fact that he's got a year left to live is a little heavy.
That's a little bit.
Thought he was the strongest man in the universe.
He is, and he just got stronger. He's soon joined by Dr.
Why does that... What?
Dumb.
I should have known this was good. It was okay. Alright, so he's soon joined by Dr. Quintum, who tells Superman the whole reason that he started Project was to create a backup plan in case they ever lost Superman. Whether that would be creating a new race of heroes or just creating another Superman. We now see a bunch of Bizarro clones walking around, completing grunt tasks. Bizarro, if you aren't familiar, is actually similar to Superboy in that he's an attempted clone of Superman, but gone horribly wrong. Frankenstein.
Kryptonian DNA is notoriously hard to clone.
Yeah,
and
that's what
deal
they
with.
tell me.
That's why Lex Luthor cut it with his own DNA.
Yep.
But in doing so, cut down the powers.
Yeah. It's a little hard to pin down. And lots of the time, Bizarro is created by Project Cadmus, or some other equally nefarious bullshit. He first debuted in Superboy number 68 in 1958, and is like an opposite Superman. His skin is gray and gross. The Superman emblem on his chest is backwards. He's so dumb that it's sad. He talks in fragmented, backward sentences, and has lots of reverse Superman powers, such as ice vision and fire breath. But for now,
Does that mean he runs really, really slow, or can only run fast if he runs backwards?
No, they picked like the easy powers to reverse.
Damn, I was kind of hoping he could only fly, but backwards.
No, he can still fly. He can still move super fast.
He's extremely weak.
Yeah, right. No, he's still pretty hardy. But for now, this handful of Bizarro workers are just that. Workers. Helping out with various projects.
Yep.
Dr. Quintum gives Superman a final gift. A vial of yellow liquid that we aren't going to see for a couple issues. Superman thanks him for this and swears Dr. Quintum and his team to secrecy. If the world found out Superman was dying, every asshole from here to Gotham City would make a move.
I think more than them. I think this is like a world thing.
This is like a universe thing.
Yeah.
Soups has some things he's got to take care of first.
Gotta go rob a bank, set up Lois.
I mean, you had the second half of that sentence correct. He's got to take care of Lois. Lex Luthor, meanwhile, is arrested for his tampering with a civilian enterprise.
Kill him.
And putting people's lives in danger. As he's arrested, a sickening smile spreads across that aging face that suggests this is all part of an even larger scheme.
Exactly. You know what he's not going to think about? If you just fucking break him. Put him in a full body cast.
Oh, but then he wins.
There's your
because
prison.
then he proved that Superman was
No,
bad all
I'm not saying
along.
Superman did it. Couple MPs with a billy club.
But then Superman's got to take them down?
No,
it's all bad.
No, just full body cast. You're stuck.
Yeah, that's interesting that somebody else just doesn't do the work. Like, hey, we know
We know that you want Superman
Yeah.
to beat you up, so I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
I'll just
you
do it.
bitch boy nerd. Yeah, I bet you weren't planning on that, weren't you, smarty pants? Here's a fucking wedgie and I broke your knee.
In the last 2 pages of this comic, Clark Kent walks Lois Lane home to her apartment from the Daily Planet. The Clark Kent persona is in full swing, the one that we discussed at length the last episode,
Wild.
as he's a little hunched over when he walks. And this incel is even carrying her groceries for her.
what a simp.
Why doesn't he just marry her? Ultimate simp move.
She turns to go through the door, but Clark stops her. There's something he's been wanting to get off his chest for a while. And he undoes the buttons on his shirt, revealing the Superman logo, and the comic ends there. It's important to note at this point, she's already dating Superman, but she does not know who Clark Kent is.
So Clark Kent's just a definite fucking incel to her.
Yeah, I like Robert's thing better, a simp.
It's some women will keep a beta on the back burner in case it doesn't work out with the alpha.
There you
At least
go.
She has a backup, and so she gets to keep him around. But she's not really into him. But he'll do if the first guy falls through.
It'll work.
Yeah.
She's honestly, she makes enough at the Daily Planet. She'd be fine on her own, but then she'd have to carry her groceries.
She ain't doing that.
No.
No, I gotta get this hunchback, mouth-breathing idiot named Clark.
There's in the trade I got. It actually shows like he actually gets shorter, like because he'll like blows his stomach out and actually compresses his
Mhm.
spine, so his disguise a little like he's not like just glasses. Like he's really trying to alter his body, so he's like stands different.
Just fucking compresses
Yeah,
his
if
spine.
he stood there
Yeah.
with his chest out all the time, looking like posed as fuck.
I mean,
like-
Christopher Reeves kind of tried, you know, like he
Mhm.
kind of hunched and all that stuff, but like because it's a comic, he's even more compressed. I
Yeah.
guess is the right word.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a gut.
Yes, he looks definitely like a beer drinker guy.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like me if I put on a super. Don't even look at me.
It's like you when you further extend out your belly. Gah. You should add an extra
Mine's
150
Gunther.
pounds. Gah.
It's a little pocket dimension. I keep all my fat in.
You should put more in there.
Issue number 2 shows us that Superman was too good of an actor, and Lois thinks this is all a bit. She's like, there's no way that Dumpy Clark, oh hunchback, oh beer belly Clark, has been pretending to be a bumbling idiot. He's too good at it. So
You're
Superman-
too good of a fucking idiot.
No, Clark's too good. So Superman decides to prove it. They drive on down to Superman's Fortress of Solitude. And by drive, I mean Lois rides in her car while Superman flies it above his head. Think about it, man. If she was flying with him at supersonic speeds, a bird hurts her in the face and she's dead.
Superman could see the bird coming.
If a bug, I mean, probably, especially now that he's supercharged. No, he wouldn't be able to stop the wind.
He just wanted her to be comfortable. She could stay in her car, but
Yeah,
It's more
rather than
comfortable.
being manhandled like a bag of groceries.
yeah.
It's honestly,
No, see, you said
honestly-
drive, so I just imagined Superman, full Clark getup, but still shirt unbuttoned for some reason, showing the Superman getup, and Lois just driving,
No.
not saying a word.
No, you know what this is? Him still being a simp.
He took
Yeah.
her, carried her in a car.
Okay, so he's underneath the car,
Yep.
flying it over his head.
Yeah.
Couldn't he do that just sitting at the wheel, kind of lift the car by the steering column while he's setting? I wonder if he.
That's an interesting thought. I mean, like, no matter how he's
How
carrying
does he
it,
fly?
no matter how many, he manipulates gravity. So no matter
Then
how
couldn't he
he's
just
carrying
manipulate
it,
the gravity of the car.
no, it's only of himself. And so depending on how he's carrying, the
If he
car-
can extend his bioelectric field, why can't he extend his anti-gravity field?
no, he can't do that. This is let's be real for a second.
Oh, okay, yeah. His bioelectric field, he can cast out like a
keep it
net to catch a
scientific.
carp.
Yeah, you fucking nerd. But no matter how he's carrying the car, that's got to be hellacious like pressure points on wherever his hands
Oh yeah, that steering.
Yeah, the car's totaled.
are. Well, we're gonna get to that.
It's just the back end just falls off.
Actually, I don't think we get to it, but he has her car serviced at the Fortress of Solitude.
Fucking what? What mechanic
We'll get into
is sitting
it.
in the North Pole?
We'll get into it. When they arrive, she's a little surprised to see a standard lock and key setup. In fact, Superman
Oh,
just
the
kind
dwarf star key.
There he gets it. This guy.
It's only Kryptonians and other
I-
really
well,
strong
I'll
people
go-
can lift it.
And Superman just kind of leaves this key on the ground, just chilling, much to her astonishment. Not even a rug to hide it. But like Dakota already mentioned, this is no ordinary key. This key is forged from the heart of a dwarf star and weighs 500,000 tons. He picks it up, turns the lock, and just puts the key right back down in front of the door.
Wouldn't that break the ice?
You know, it's like concrete. He had this built. Don't look at me like that.
Maybe the floor is made out of the same thing as the key.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody
there you
asked
go.
about the floor.
That is a
The
lot
floor,
of
the floor
dwarf-
does crack.
I do remember that panel. It doesn't crack.
I was like, it sounds like a lot of dwarf star material, and there aren't like that many out there.
He can fly real far. He flew 94 million miles just because he got a phone call. He leads her inside while trying to reassure her that, yes, he is, was, and always will be Clark Kent. But the thing is, in this universe, she's already been down this road. For a time, there were too many coincidences that led to Clark Kent being the Man of Steel's secret identity. But since Superman is so good at what he does, he managed to convince her otherwise.
And lied to her.
Correct.
yes.
Like we talked about in the last episode, people lying. She closed the book on the possibility of Clark Kent being Superman long ago.
So even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, he gaslit her, actually.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't just lying; it was completely changing her reality.
Yeah.
So, as using Superman as maybe a moral compass for yourself, try to maybe take out the lying part.
In the gaslighting.
Because it doesn't seem to do him any good. It seems to come back and bite him in the ass.
Yep. As
yeah,
it usually
but
does.
it seems like a lot of heroes do that.
It's almost
Yeah.
like maybe they're not so heroic after all.
It's almost like they should be shot in the back of the fucking head. If they're gonna be this, if they're gonna be the standard of moral goodness, they better fucking be it or they better fucking die.
Lois Lane is amazed, as she is in every universe, when she sees Inside the Fortress of Solitude for the first time.
Just once, I wondered if you'd be like, "Fuck yeah, knew it." Called that bitch.
Superman definitely took some cues from Batman and keeps mementos of his battles and travels all throughout Inside.
Like the little tiny universe that or the little tiny.
The
Town.
miniaturized city of
Yeah.
Kandor. You have a 20-foot tall penny with Joker's face on it.
They both have pennies.
Yeah, they both have pennies.
Yeah.
Batman does exist in this universe. They mention him twice, at least in the first 4 issues.
Okay.
You got a giant robot.
I thought you were gonna say dinosaur, and I was gonna be real fucking mad. I'm like, why don't these two heroes just fucking kiss already?
Now, Kith. You got a spaceship and other trophies just kind of spread throughout.
Fuck's he need a spaceship for?
He rescued it.
Fine.
What is NASA going to do? Say give it back?
Yes,
No, I don't know what happened to it.
it's millions of dollars.
You got the people back?
millions.
No, it's too late. It's irradiated.
What?
It's mine. Stop calling. There's also a dozen or so Superman-styled robots walking around, performing little tasks. Much like Dr. Quintum and his Bizarro workers. They look like they might be adapted Brainiac technology, which, if he has the city of Kandor, Brainiac should exist.
Yeah.
And
Is the city in there?
what's up?
Do we see the city?
Yes.
Okay.
It's under its big old tall glass dome.
Okay. I was like, I kind of just pulled that from the list of Superman facts. I wasn't sure if it applied here.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. I like the addition of the robots. At first, it looked really hokey, but I kind of like it, and he still treats them decently, even though he doesn't need to.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
super
they're fucking
slaves.
robots, but he still treats them like
He's,
they're people.
he's still polite. Yes.
Yeah. And the fucking Pennzoil station he has in this Fortress of Solitude, when he sets the car down, I didn't write it in, but since you brought it up, he tells the robot workers, he's like, go service her car, please, real quick. Also, check the engine block. I smelled a leak. What?
You just
Dude, his face was 3 feet away from the engine block. He's Superman, supercharged.
I get it, but why does he have a fucking garage?
Well, no, he doesn't have a garage. He just has workers. And they're not necessarily with a garage, but they have tools that you might find in a garage.
Okay.
He has a garage.
What about the fluids?
I don't know on that one.
Probably just take it out of that spaceship. Gotta
There
have
you
oil and
go.
stuff in it,
They
right?
got some 1060.
I think they might be using a different class of oil and antifreeze in a spaceship.
Oil is oil.
Maybe it'll make the car better.
Ooh, there you go. Puts 2 cycle in their fucking in her Ford Expedition.
Just fucking explodes.
Space oil.
Space oil. Now we're getting comic booky.
Yeah.
He
Love
puts
it.
a green fluid that talks.
Oh God.
So it's a self-diagnosing Ford Escape.
God.
Car now
Stop
is
predicting Tony Stark.
Car's cheap sentience.
Lois, you're low on transmission fluid.
He's complaining constantly, which hits a bump, hits
You
a bottle. I
What the
can't.
fuck are you doing?
You seem to be accelerating rather hard today. Are you okay, Lois?
He's constantly reminding her how long her brakes are gonna last, when she needs to replace things.
Got to be so anxiety inducing.
That maintenance lights, but it's talking to you constantly.
Your
Oh,
air pressure is
God.
down to 30 psi. The recommended psi level is
32.
30 is 32 with the maximum being of 36. You really should put some air in your tires.
I would
think your
smash
back
my
le-
fucking car with a sledgehammer.
You're trying to focus on the road, and I think your back left tire has a leak because there seems to be a nail poking out
I'm
of
going
it.
to run my car into the median. How about that? How about that?
Lois, your windshield wiper blades, they're starting to get stiff. They're being rough on the car. You should really get those replaced as well.
Why don't you fucking do it? You're so smart. Lois takes a shower and has a chance alone to collect her thoughts. But she doesn't really come to an answer. This is kind of wild. She's already been Superman's girlfriend for an undetermined amount of time, but she's never been
2
allowed
years.
this close. Every time I say something's unknown, Dakota gives it a known.
I like that.
I've got to. I mean, I can't have these guys out here asking questions.
Yeah, thank you. She's never been allowed this close. She's never been inside here. So what exactly does it mean? What's changed? Superman continues the tour, shows her this cool little kryptonite laser, followed by what he calls his time telescope.
What?
He's still working out the kinks, Dakota, so, it's not
Fucking-
perfect. But so far, he's managed to at least establish contact with future Supermen. The one that appears in front of Lois now is Cal Kent, the Man of Steel of tomorrow, from the year 853,450 AD.
And somehow he's had nothing but males to keep the Kent name going?
Yeah. No, Cody, you just fuck enough till you make a male. Unfortunately, all Superman's been able to glean from these transmissions is broken sentences and fuzzy pictures of his descendants. Also, it should be known, his intellect is also supercharged right now. According to DC Wiki or whatever, his intellect in this series has now been bumped up to an 8, even
Okay.
above Lex and Batman.
Yeah, it's like in Red Hood and Outlaws when Bizarro had his intellect increased and he created a floating city to stop all crime.
Yeah.
But they had to stop it because his plan was to just kind of destroy Gotham.
Yeah, that sounds right. Lois remarks that she hopes none of his enemies find their way in here, but Superman reassures her that this place is only for great friends. He turns and gives her a warm smile.
And Wonder Woman.
I won't talk about her. He tells
Wonder Woman
her,
opens the door.
yeah. He
Comes out
tells
of-
her, quote, "No, one day some future man or woman will open that door with that key, and when they do, I want them to know how it felt to live at the dawn of superheroes." The tour continues. Superman takes Lois much deeper into the fortress now, and they pass a narrow ledge with a deep blackness on both sides, and an anvil at the end with something shiny and yellow resting atop. He tells her, quote, "The Phantom Zone map room's pretty dull unless you can see radio-negative anti-waves."
Oh, yeah. You know. Those old things.
I love how done you are when given any amount of comic books. Shit.
There's a reason I don't read those dumbass things.
But he says, "How about this critter?" and points down to a mess of black energy similar to Marvel symbiotes. He says, quote, "He's a baby sun eater. I caught him prowling around orbit of Jupiter."
God damn it, not the Sun Eater.
Oh, you remember the sun eater?
I
do
know
you?
Sun Eaters.
Oh. We mentioned a sun eater briefly during our Parallax series.
Oh, we did?
God fucking. A fully formed sun eater is what Hal Jordan sacrificed himself to while under the effects of Parallax, leading to his tenure as the Spectre's host. Sun eaters are not sentient creatures, they simply consume.
Num num.
Just like that. Superman's rather blasé about having something so potentially dangerous just kinda chillin'.
Why not squash it?
No, it's a little baby. It's a
Just
little pet.
squinch it.
He's gonna release it eventually.
No, because then it's going to eat a sun.
No, but not ours.
Yeah, but that could be dangerous to other people.
No, he's supercharged.
There's
He's
a
fine.
lot of empty space out there. Plenty
Yeah.
of stars.
Oh, yeah. Plenty. He's even more blasé when he tells her that he feeds it baby suns that he forges on the cosmic anvil of New Olympus. You look like you have a headache, but it's rather like, it seems mystical and magical in the moment. And you're like, oh, yes, Superman crafting baby suns.
For the baby Sun Eater, yeah. Yeah, you know. I'm going home.
Because I'm thorough, the Cosmic Anvil, or New Olympus, is not a thing anywhere else other than here in All-Star Superman. So, moving on. As Superman's good boying his baby Sun Eater, Lois finds herself distracted.
Just
by...
petting this bitch like a puppy?
It's basically Space Dog.
Yeah.
Lois finds herself distracted by an ominous red glow coming from another room.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
She sees
Wow.
a super robot watching a screen and an X-ray diagram of a skeleton next to a depiction of a woman's body that looks awfully similar to Lois Lane up on a large screen. No, it's totally normal, bro.
No, you fucking weirdo. Why are you looking at my bones?
My bones! Superman appears behind her and goes, quote, "It's not what you think. Lois, don't go in there. You can go anywhere in the fortress, but this room is off limits. Trust me."
I don't give much advice to listeners, but if you go to someone's home and they're like, you can go anywhere else, but don't go behind this door. Whatever you do.
They're killing girls back there.
They either have children or women and they're sex slaves and you need to go. Don't go in there, but go home.
Or they're Gary Gygax and they're creating the first edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
You also don't want to be a part of that.
That's
Because
just
no
as
matter
bad.
what it is, it's a bunch of paperwork.
Yeah, that
And
is a lot of paper.
you're gonna have to wait around for the police to come. You're gonna be filling out documents.
Superman escorts her away to the genetic library where don't just start with me. Where Superman's been logging the genetic makeup of all endangered animals.
We do that.
Yeah, but he does it better.
We have a seed library.
We do that better. A seed library for plants, not for animals.
We've got one.
No, we don't. No, we don't give a shit about animals. This is planet Earth. Fuck them. There are more. What is it? More lions and tigers in captivity than there are in the wild.
Yes.
Easily. Yeah. Superman's doing good work. Soon it's dinner time, and since Superman's done nothing but show off his fancy toys to try and impress Lois, he's made reservations, quote unquote, in the Titanic, fully restored and just chilling in the Fortress of Solitude. He went and picked it up.
Just
Yeah.
You don't think other people would want it?
Well, then they should have got it.
I like that. I actually like all this because it shows like he doesn't run around saving people. Like he has hobbies.
Yeah.
Like and he works on stuff. And,
Let
like,
me just go find the Titanic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
you
mean-
know he was working on that Titanic. That was Farm Boy Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Hand sanding it down
It's
to
a-
rust.
It's another thing that we can try to emulate because I know so many people whose hobbies are video games and masturbation. So maybe pick up a useful hobby.
And like a comic book podcast.
Yeah,
Okay,
like-
let's not knock video games and I guess masturbation.
Sorry.
We can knock masturbation, but
No, it's very human of him. He has
Yes.
hobbies.
Yeah, hobbies.
He has a pet.
Yes.
he is a walking god. I don't want him to be human with hobbies. I want him to be focused on saving people.
There he is. There's nobody on Earth that he's saving right now.
No one. The entire planet, no one needs help.
Maybe not in this universe. Maybe not.
When God supercharged Superman exists, you don't think twice before grabbing a lady's handbag.
No.
No, I think you would.
Not everyone knows he's supercharged.
They all know that he exists.
I think a being like this existing would definitely change a lot.
Yeah.
There's still
There's
Gotham's not changing.
we don't know that in this universe.
That's a cesspool run by a crazy man.
Yeah. The only reason Superman doesn't go in there and raise it to the ground is out of respect for Bruce. That's the only reason he hasn't done it.
He's a fucking human. Push him down
Nope, he respects him.
and
Nope.
But unlike Superman, if somebody needs mental health help, maybe talk to them nicely about getting it, not just let them trash a city.
The amount of
Or their
times that
life.
Superman's just casually mentioned therapy to Batman.
It would be constant.
boy, I wonder what that's like.
just just leaving like note card fucking just cards of a therapist's name just like on his like dresser.
Yeah, wonder what that's like.
I want the best for you. Your body and mind are Gotham, and I'm over here in Metropolis. This right here is the pinnacle of human evolution.
And this is the body of Gotham. One of us is in much better shape. It's Gotham.
Superman tries to have a nice time here, but the investigative journalist in Lois Lane is just too strong. She knows the other shoe is about to drop on this prank at any second.
What fucking prank?
The fact that no, Clark Kent is not Superman. She still doesn't believe him. This is all a bit. She says, quote, "What about the time that Clark was a witness in the Boss Grimaldi trial and you accompanied him everywhere and as his bodyguard?"
I moved so fast it looked like there was two of me.
It was Batman in a Superman outfit.
Yeah, I know, because they're drawn the exact goddamn same.
Or the time Clark presented you with the Metropolis Man of the Millennium Award.
Batman.
A robot. But the thing is, even if this is true, as we discussed last episode and some today, even if Superman is Clark Kent, that would mean her boyfriend has been lying to her and gaslighting her from the very beginning, going out of his way to lie. God damn it. I burped.
Yeah, but it's not like you could tell every girlfriend he's ever had that, hey, I've got superpowers.
He's only had one.
I don't know.
You can justify some lying.
Yeah.
I mean, his intentions are good. Whether lying's good or not.
But, like, once you've been with someone long enough and you are a hero, I feel like it needs to come out.
I feel like after 6 months of dating Superman, you should know.
When you just threw out that number 2 years ago, that's way too long.
Yeah.
That's way too long
Yeah.
for her not to tell her.
Well, Dakota just made that up.
Yeah, I know. That's why, when he said that, because I knew you didn't know it was coming, but it's like, that's just too long.
But she does establish 4 years. Like, it's been a while. So yeah, her hurt's understandable. Especially the intense gaslighting is really fucking, like, I've been on that end of it. It's really it fucks with you.
Yes.
Like, what else is a conspiracy against me personally?
Right.
It makes you wonder, is the moon real?
Yeah, right? He can change the moon. Maybe
Did
it
you
doesn't
just-
exist.
Did you give us a fucking moon, Superman?
Yeah, right? What else isn't real?
Did you decide that we need waves and titles and shit, so you gave us a fucking moon?
Are you just out there splashing in the ocean making waves? Are
He's
you
just-
the current?
He's just flying up and down, dunking himself like a big cookie.
Did Bush not do 9/11?
It was Superman in a cardboard cutout of a plane.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It is Superman. All right. Well, as much as it pains him, Superman doesn't feel that he can tell her the truth. This is still fucking, it's heavy. The guy who's invincible is dying. So Lois storms
Yeah, so
away.
just lie to her and gaslight her more.
Correct.
You fucking
Yeah.
bitch boy.
Well, that's true. He's still human in nature. He is fallible. He's making the wrong decision, but with good intentions.
Yeah.
He's falling.
Bullet to the back of the head. Kryptonite round to the heart.
We'll get into kryptonite, maybe bullets here in a minute.
Red
So,
kryptonite
Lois
to the brain.
storms away from dinner to go type on her laptop, collect her thoughts, just kind of like just word vomit, basically.
Stream of consciousness type stuff.
Yes. Unfortunately, she really just delves deeper and deeper into a spiral of suspicion.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't write out your thoughts. You delve into dark.
You don't want to
spiral.
You don't want to physically manifest all the awful shit in your brain.
No, you start spiraling. Things go bad.
With his new strength, his increased intellect, and other power or powers that we haven't seen yet, who knows what this new Superman is thinking? It's all got to be related to that room that she's not allowed in.
I will add that the panels, and then there's an animated version. When he tells her to stay away from that room, it is kind of creepy. It just feels creepy and out
There's
of
no
character.
way you cannot make that sound creepy.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'm showing you the Fortress of Solitude, my private bedroom, where I have the Titanic restored, an entire city on a pedestal of 20 million people.
My entire secret fucking place that somehow no one knows about.
Also, I had your naked body as a diagram on the wall. Don't pay attention. It's unrelated. Don't worry
Unrelated.
about it.
Don't worry about it. This door was meant to be closed. You weren't meant to see it. I'm just going to shut this and
Yeah.
forget about it.
Yeah, it's sus.
Yeah, it comes across like
She's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Lois Lane is almost never unreasonable.
I'm going to argue that that Superman might be a bad guy.
how so?
Lots of lying
Oh.
to so many people.
No, he's just making a mistake. That's all. That's what this is in this moment.
Yeah,
The lie got too big and he didn't want to end it.
Especially lying to Lois if they've been together.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely a mistake.
Because I know what it's like when the lie gets too big and you've got to you've either got to cut your loss or realize this is going to have to be your life
I mean,
now.
Elaborate schemes involving Batman and robots and just flat out lying to. I mean,
Like those kind of schemes, they take time. You have time to know exactly what you're doing and how you're fooling everyone.
And Lois is very tenacious, so she would have just kept hammering and hammering and hammering.
Yes.
So he would have had to lie just over and over and over.
And double
and over.
down.
Yeah.
Your significant other should never have a visceral reaction to you finding their secret room.
Yeah.
It's always bad. And Lois Lane is not a woman to be taken advantage of.
She's going to open the door.
She decides it's time to stay strapped or get clapped.
God damn it.
She goes and hunts down that kryptonite laser that she found earlier and marches on down to the Red Room, finger on the trigger. It is kill or be killed. Lois Lane ain't gonna be caught slipping, dude. This is why Superman respects her. She's like, I'm in the lair of a god? Not getting me. No.
Ain't gonna catch me slacking here.
She's the smartest person in any horror movie.
It's weird, right? Because she has that one thing that happened and she just latched on that. There's all these other, like, fantastical things going on around her, but that one thing.
I would walk around the Titanic for 3 hours.
Right. She's like, this is.
I'm gonna have to ask some like real hard questions, and I'm getting a weapon.
I'm gonna sit in that space shuttle and pretend I'm an astronaut.
I will,
Oh, yeah.
but after I clear some things up.
No, I would have been completely distracted by everything else.
I probably would have been too. I'd have been like, yeah, Superman's probably fine. I'll deal with him murdering me later and
Right.
harvesting my skin.
That's what's in the Red Room. He was measuring your skin square footage.
kind of. The door to the Red Room.
She's lowest number 3.
Oh god, that would be. I would just shoot myself in the
it's like
fucking head.
it's like when Joker threw Harley in a room with a bunch of skeletons with Harley costumes,
Yeah,
and he's like, "You thought you were the first?"
that's horrifying. If I walked into a junior factory, I'd just shoot myself right then and there.
You're not even the last.
Oh god, I'm shooting
There's
them.
a lot of questions asked if there's a junior factory.
What has my father been doing?
He's messing around with some pickle jars.
No. The door to the Red Room opens. Out walks Superman, and Lois just fucking fires.
God damn!
A beam of green energy soars through the air, making contact with the S on Superman's
With
chest.
center mass too.
Yup, she ain't no fool.
Brat.
Superman, still standing, says, quote, huh, interesting way to discover I'm now immune to green kryptonite radiation. Kind of tickles.
Just fucking lay on the trigger.
Yeah. He just walks over to her, calmly takes the gun away, and Lois finds herself a little stricken with remorse. She just tried to take out the Man of Steel.
Take him out.
Yeah. Superman tells her not to worry about it, as that robot that we saw earlier in the Red Room was fucking around with some chemicals that, when inhaled, can cause extreme paranoia.
Yeah.
That's why Superman had a robot working on it,
Yeah.
and
That's
her
it, huh?
and her room was close enough to the Red Room that she was exposed. Also, she's an investigative journalist. This was sus. I don't think Grant Morrison needed that justification for her suspicion.
To shoot him, though, I think there needed to be a little. That was a little.
That is extreme.
Yeah.
To shoot the Man of Steel with something you think will kill him.
Right. I think.
But yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but I mean, you also imagine he's probably got some like kryptonite scrubber in his fortress.
Yeah, he probably does.
He probably has some like way to save himself with how often Lex is like making a kryptonite laser, making a kryptonite fist.
He has like kryptonite Pepto-Bismol.
Making a kryptonite just fucking switchblade and stabbing Clark in the gut in the street.
Yeah.
Just whispers, "Get Nate, Superman."
God. Superman apologizes himself for disappearing so much during what is supposed to be a nice evening between the two of them. You see, he was just putting the finishing touches on her birthday present. He pulls out the yellow vial, the one that we saw Dr. Quintum hand over. You see, Superman's been tinkering with Lois Lane's DNA
What?
in order to make this serum applicable to her. Remember, his intelligence has been enhanced too. This ain't just normal Superman.
You don't just fuck with a person's DNA soups.
Sure, you want to see me do it again? This bad boy.
I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna go. It was really nice seeing your fortress, but
Can I have
like,
your DNA?
I'm gonna have to like.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna have to.
Actually, you already showered here. I have your DNA.
I'm good.
You pissed in the shower.
God damn it!
I heard it. I have super hearing.
God damn it! I can't help it. It saves water.
So he's been fucking with her DNA in order to make this serum applicable to her. This bad boy gives someone all the powers of Superman for 24 hours. But that's not all.
Give it to Batman.
That diagram of a lowest-shaped person had a purpose.
To make a Lois-shaped mannequin.
No. Superman pulls out a Lois Lane-sized unitard in standard Superman yellow, red, and blue.
Oh, fantastic. He made her a skin-tight suit to
Yes.
really show off all her fucking curves.
Yeah.
They've probably banged already.
I'm sure they have.
He's Gaslighter. Of course he's banged her.
Well, that's even that's
don't-
even worse.
You don't
That's
gaslight someone
really
without
bad.
banging them.
That's really bad.
Yes. Superman's a bad guy.
It's a standard female unitard. It's cut off at the crotch. It encapsulates the camel toe, and that's it.
yeah,
You've got thighs leading into butt cheeks.
I figured it wasn't at least like Supergirl's. It has like a mini skirt at least.
No.
Somewhat hiding your vagina.
Thankfully, he didn't Power Girl this and design it with like a boob window.
Oh yeah.
What is the purpose of the boob window?
An artist got pissed off. That's what happened.
Understandable.
And
then.
kept making the tits bigger and more visible until an editor was like, "What's going on with these boobs?" He was literally just seeing what he could get away with. And then by the time he got caught, her tits were already huge and they had to go with it.
That's really what happened.
Yeah.
Why was he pissed?
I don't remember. They fucked him over for something. He was
I'll
just
show
like,
them what happens when I don't get my goddamn turkey for Christmas.
I'm just going to draw real big tits
Wait.
though.
As an aside, because Power Girl is, what is she? A clone of?
I have no earthly
She's
idea. I don't even know what her
she's
face looks like.
Like,
really? The fuck is wrong with you?
She's a boob window.
I mean, yeah, that's
Wrong.
Her most.
She's similar to Superman and Supergirl, kind of.
I remember she had her oil checked by Guy Gardner.
God damn it! She's similar to that type of hero, but from another dimension.
Okay, I thought she was a clone of Supergirl or something like that. I
Sometimes,
have no idea.
sometimes she's a clone made. Other times
Okay.
she's from like another time or place.
I'm an expert for the 2-week window of a specific character that I researched.
Next week, Power Girl.
See, that's fine. I knew things about her.
Good job, buddy. Filling in. That's
There's a reason I'm the co-host here. We don't need no Nick in this house.
Oh, God.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the Nick now.
That is scary. He tells her happy birthday, Lois Lane, and the comic ends there.
No fucking cake?
He is the cake. Have you seen that booty? In issue number 3,
It's not America's ass, I'll tell you that.
no, it's not. Lois wastes no time in downing the super serum, eager to jump at the chance to be just as powerful as her super boyfriend. It's bring your girlfriend to work day, and their first task is to fight Doomsday.
What would you do if you had Superman's power for 24 hours?
I must. That was a joke. They're not fighting Doomsday. If I had Superman's powers,
24 hours, you had a suit and everything.
I'd fly all around the Earth. I probably wouldn't even fight any. Actually, I'd fuck up the military-industrial complex, and then I would go fly around. I would do so with a ski mask on my face.
What about you, Robert?
Yeah, I think I would change the political economic structure of the planet.
like,
both are way-
evacuate everyone from these buildings,
You both
And
are
then
way
just
too good people.
raise them completely to the ground, and then with the remainder 23 hours of my day, because I'm super fast, I'm
Right.
fast as fuck, I just go see the entire fucking planet.
I think I would spend the full 24 hours like actually trying to be Superman. I would like use my super ears and eyes and like really bad shit. Like
Just live in a
Epstein-
third world country for
like Epstein Island shit. I would shut down. Like,
yeah.
but I would kill people because I know that these people.
We live in reality.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
both are much better people than me. I'm literally just committing chaos things. I'm like breaking bridges. And
Oh, we'll do
Ju-
chaos. productive chaos.
No, I'm not taking on the military-industrial complex. I'm not taking on the political injustices. I'm just ruining everyone's day.
I would go to North Korea. And just,
I'm breaking...
Oh, yeah, raise that motherfucker to the ground.
No, I'm like creating big holes in the
You-
road.
You hear that, Kim Jong-un? I know you're listening, bitch.
I'm
when I
just
get
making
those
big...
superpowers.
I'm
you're
just
fucked.
destroying chunks of roads so no one can get to work.
I'll do that, but in North Korea.
I'm like robbing food stores because I'm a fat fuck on the inside.
Well, on the off chance that you do get superpowers for 24 hours, I'm going to go ahead and move on so you can't be implicated with this audio. So yeah, it's not Doomsday that they're fighting. It is another character.
Lex Luger.
Luger?
Yeah.
Oh, you really are Nick, huh? Bringing wrestlers into this. It is another character unique to this story named Krull. A bright red. You're going to love this, Dakota.
Kroll sounds familiar.
Nope.
Nope.
It is
Okay.
a bright red Subtyrannosauri. Meaning, Robert just remembered what we're doing. Meaning he's a large, bipedal, chunky lizard boy from deep within the Earth's core.
It's a reptilian.
It's a reptilian.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a Draco reptilian either, but a fucking reptilian.
Similar to our Christmas special, where that little dickhead from Marvel who hated Santa fell into the center of the Earth, like in Kong versus Godzilla. It doesn't matter. We're moving on. There's an entire race of these bad boys inside the planet.
Doesn't Doomsday hate Santa?
No, Darkseid does.
Darkseid.
Because
That's
DC
who it
Santa flies to Apocalypse every year to hand deliver Darkseid a piece of coal. And Darkseid uses the forces of Apocalypse to try and kill Santa every year. But Santa is so determined to give a thumbs down to Darkseid.
I did not know that.
I knew that.
It's phenomenal.
So is like Santa like some supernatural
Santa's
force?
like-
Santa is a force of nature.
Okay.
Yeah, Santa's a force of nature, so he's on par with like God tier.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
the,
Santa
but
is
like
God tier.
but mystic God tier, so not even like Superman type.
Santa's overpowered. He
Yeah,
needs to be nerfed.
Because Superman's physical
Right.
God tier. This is like mystical, so you couldn't even
Like
attack
Mr.
him.
Mixie's Pitlet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's also in the Marvel Universe, and I think he's a mutant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so these Subtyrannosauri are descendants of dinosaurs who escaped whatever extinction level event that Grant Morrison decides to establish. They took the rest of them.
The biblical flood.
Do you say
There you go.
bipedal?
Yeah. Yep, they're on their feet.
It's
Probably
when God flooded the
crustacean.
earth, the dinosaurs went underneath.
Yeah. Yep. By burrowing into the ground, they eventually made it through the crust and made a nice little home for themselves where they eventually gained sentience. Enough of a sentience to have a hierarchy with, and I shit you not, a dinosaur. A dinosaur named Taranko.
I think I have an idea of what extinction they survived.
What's that?
So, since they're bipedal, they more likely survived the actual asteroid strike, so they probably didn't actually die until the Great Ice Age.
They burrowed into the ground.
Yeah, but if you said they were bipedal...
They are now.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't know what they were like millions of years ago.
maybe.
They evolved. Which, honestly, if we're being real, they should have just turned into crabs. Because
They
crabs
should
are
have
the
turned
pinnacle
into,
of evolution.
like, snakes.
All right, Superman apologizes that they have to work while on their date, but Lois is like, "Are you shitting me?"
This is what I was hoping for.
Yeah,
You dumb...
I'd have been pissed if I got superpowers and didn't get someone to flex them on. This red
Superman's Lois is gonna fucking kill it.
This red pain in the super ass is running amok in downtown Metropolis, throwing cars around, threatening to eat civilians. Dakota, if he was basically superpowered for 24 hours.
Yes.
Unfortunately for Lois, someone beat them to the punch.
I'm stealing a nuke.
Just burying it.
I'm just stealing a nuke and, like, poking it at buildings, being like, hey, hey, give me $20.
So someone beat them to the punch, and that someone is named Samson. Another character like Krull and Dr. Quintum, who are All-Star Originals. And, I know what you're thinking, Coda, and as his biblical name suggests, Samson has outrageous locks.
That's what I was actually about to ask. I was going to ask about the hair hitch.
It's not specifically like his power. He's
Well,
just got luscious hair,
I didn't
Fabio
figure.
style.
I wanted him to have Fabio style hair. Though.
That's why I went with the biblical flood, because I knew Sansa was about to show up.
He's also super buff with a nondescript outfit. While we have, what?
Like a black t-shirt and jeans?
Kind of, with like a leather harness on.
Okay. I just wanted some clarification. Like, is he just waltzing around in a fucking trench coat?
No, it's less identifiable than a trench coat.
Cool.
While we have no idea who this guy is, Superman and Lois Lane do. And as Superman hurls Krull out into space with a single toss, Superman doesn't seem to be so thrilled at his appearance.
He's the third.
The third?
The third.
What does that mean?
He makes Superman a cuck.
God damn it. I mean, you always do this. You always stumble like adjacent to what actually happens. You're
Are you
always so
serious?
close.
How do I keep doing this, Andrew?
I don't know. I know you're not reading these things because that requires way too much preparation.
Absolutely. I don't remember what I'm recording until I get here.
I'm pretty sure I just told you we're talking about Superman, and you were like, "Have I read it?" And I said, "I know you haven't," and you said, "Okay."
I didn't even ask that. You said Superman, and I just kind of grumbled and said, fine.
Not only is Samson a little too callous with the lives of sentient creatures, and Krull definitely was. They spoke in fragmented sentences. But Samson is also a time traveler. And that's just annoying to everybody because they always make a fucking deal about how cool they are.
I fucking hate time travel.
But as nonchalantly as possible, like Booster Gold.
That's exactly who I was going to say. I fucking hate Booster Gold because his entire thing is how he's a hero from the future.
Hero in quotes.
Go back to
Right.
the future then if you're such a hero.
No, that's why he came here, because he wasn't. He was a loser.
I know.
Out in space, Soups can hear the sound of Krull's lungs bursting, and he springs into action, leaving Lois there alone with Samson, who wastes no time in miladying her.
Understandable.
He starts buttering her up, talking about how, over the last several centuries, he's never met a woman so fine.
What? I get it, Lois has probably got to be hot, but
Dude, it's Superman's girl.
she's got to be
That
hot.
in and of itself brings her up here, like higher to an echelon.
I imagine there's got to be some other like god level female he's met.
No, it's Superman's girl. That's the allure.
Got
Yeah,
it.
to steal the chick away from Superman? I mean, you'd be boasting about that.
Turn
forever.
And-
him the ultimate beta Clark bitch boy.
I don't know if we'll get into it, but before Superman was overcharged, Samson was almost as physically powerful. Like
So Superman.
almost like right neck and neck.
So Superman's above him though now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But they don't know that. Nobody knows he's supercharged.
Got it.
And we'll get into it later, but it's real fucking satisfying when they find out. And what's even worse is that Samson ain't alone. Emerging from the smoky wreckage of Krull's tirade with an unconscious subtyrannosauri in each hand is another strong man named Atlas.
God damn it. Are you sure these guys are only in this?
Well, this fella does have standing in main DC continuity.
That's what I thought.
One of the very few in this story. However, this guy is far cry from his main counterpart.
I was like, I thought I've heard of Atlas somewhere.
You probably have from the Teen Titans show. He fought Cyborg.
Yes,
Yep.
that's where it is.
Mainstream Atlas is also a dickbag, like this guy, as we'll soon see. But Atlas's biggest feat is that his strength is damn near Superman level in main continuity. They've gone toe-to-toe before. You know how Amanda Waller has her Suicide Squad?
Mhm.
General Lane has this guy. But for our purposes today, Atlas and Samson are a duo. And soon, also he looks nothing like his main comic book counterpart. He's got blue, he's got a cape, and then he's got like a little pin on his shoulder that looks like the Earth. Main Atlas, I don't remember much about him, but it ain't looking like that. And he's blonde with curly hair.
Okay.
So for our purposes today, Atlas and Samson are a duo. And soon after Atlas reveals himself, Superman returns with Krull's unconscious body and goes, "Oh great, you too."
Don't you mean dead?
No, he got him before Krull
You
died.
said his lungs burst.
Krull's fine.
Okay.
And Superman basically has to spray both of these men with a water bottle to get him away from his date. But Lois doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah, I'm sure she fucking doesn't. All
Well-
these Superboys drooling over her.
Mm-hmm. Samson pipes up, revealing the quote-unquote real reason for their presence, and says, quote, "How about we let the lady decide who she'd like to spend her day with, Superman? We propose a challenge of the ages. It's simple."
Smack him with your dick, Superman.
Just looks like a baseball bat.
Just
We'll-
fucking dick tap him.
We'll each perform a super feat of strength in honor of Lois Lane. The most incredible feat wins her company.
Superman moves the earth 100 feet up.
He wants it to stay low key that he's super, but he could. Samson claims that his feat was taking care of Krull. Atlas claims taking care of the rest of the dinos was his. So now it's Superman's turn.
Okay, but like Samson's got a pretty shitty one. I imagine it's got to be pretty easy to just kind of throw a dinosaur in space.
Yeah, but that was the main one. They're meant to be losers.
It's like it's still just kind of spinning around and throwing him.
They're wannabe Chad losers.
God damn it!
Superman rolls his eyes and basically goes, "All right, you morons, fine. I'm gonna deal with you, and then you fuck off. But first, they gotta return the Sub-Tyrannosauri to the Dinosaur, Tyranko." The four of them make their way to the center of the Earth, and Superman apologizes. He apologizes for the rough treatment of Krull, who turns out to be the dinosaur's son. But the dinosaur informs Superman that Krull was only encouraged in his topside takeover by Samson. While this is going on, Samson has presented Lois with a radioactive jeweled necklace that they quote-unquote borrowed from, and you're going to love this, the Ultra Sphinx from the 80th century BC. It's fun.
I'm going to go on about the Egyptian conspiracy theories now.
Oh my god. Well, I already read that. It's
the pyramids were built by aliens, not slaves.
It's here that Lois finally steps up for her man for a little bit. She tells these two dogs, quote, "Look, I'm genuinely flattered, guys, but you'd have a long way to go to outdo Superman." This, of course, starts a one-upping competition between these two Chads on just what they would endure for Lois's affection.
That's great in theory, but actually do it, bitch.
There you go. All while she just stands there smugly, just eating this up. Superman pulls Lois aside, starting to get annoyed at this point that she would entertain these morons while they're running out of time on her birthday present. While she believes this is indeed Superman that she's been spending time with, Superman hasn't done much to prove that he's Clark Kent other than say, "Trust me." So she's punishing him, but only a little. Lois knows that Superman can take care of these morons without even being supercharged by the sun. So Superman takes another approach and pulls Samson aside and like a high school boyfriend goes, quote, "What do I have to do to make you keep your hands off my girl?"
What kind of high school boyfriend were you?
No, it's like that bullshit like ownership over the woman. Like, what are you doing with my girl? What are you doing talking to my girl?
Weird.
I know what your high school experience was.
You sure do. It involved a lot of church parking lots.
Ugh, disgusting. Samson cheekily pulls a newspaper out of his bag. One from the Daily Planet. The headline reads, "Superman Dead." And the funny thing is, that headline is actually written by Clark Kent. Samson tells Superman, quote, "According to my sources, she won't be your girl for too much longer. In fact, it looks like she's going to need a shoulder to cry on soon enough." The two of them are cut off by Lois's new necklace, glowing bright, and the demeanor on Atlas and Samson's faces drastically changes from smug arrogance to childish anxiety, like they just pissed off Dad. Soon they're all blinded by a blistering white light, and Samson tells Superman why they truly came here.
Gotta hide from my dad, man.
Kind of. Again, adjacent to the truth.
Getting really tired of this, Andrew.
Well, stop speaking. Future legend.
Then this is just a monologue.
Future legend has it that before Superman finally bit the dust, he completed 12 labors, akin to Hercules of Greek legend. These labors included, but were not limited to, creating life, escaping from the Underverse, overthrowing the tyrant sun, and answering the unanswerable question.
42.
Ooh, that's a good reference. The Ultra Sphinx that this necklace belonged to has been hunting Samson and Atlas throughout time, and their best shot at surviving was by recruiting supercharged Superman, and hope this Ultra Sphinx operates like its predecessors with a predilection for riddles. Lois Lane is soon Vecnud, and the Ultra Sphinx's true power is soon realized, and they manifest in front of everyone, while still at the center of the Earth. They never left.
I hate riddles.
It's
They're dumb as shit.
good, because I'm going to ask you his. This is one buff-ass bipedal kitty who now holds Lois Lane in a state between life and death,
Killer.
floating in the air. If the riddle is answered, Lois Lane will live.
Sorry, bitch, it was nice knowing you.
But if answered wrong, Lois will die.
I'm gonna go get a taco. Sorry.
Superman turns to look at Samson and Atlas, who promise that if shit hits the fan, they swear they will be there to fight right next to him.
They're gonna run.
Superman's eyes turn laser beam red, and through gritted teeth tell them both, quote, "And I swear to, if she dies, you're both on a one-way ticket to the Phantom Zone." We haven't really discussed the Phantom Zone, but for those who aren't familiar and haven't seen Superman 2 with Christopher Reeve, the Phantom Zone is an interdimensional realm that Superman uses as a horrible mega prison.
Krypton used it as well. It's where they sent all of their criminals. It was pretty much their personal jail.
Yep.
That way they didn't actually age or anything like that, because it was outside of quote-unquote time and space.
Yep, so anyone stuck inside is in for a rough fucking time.
Eternity.
And in very recent comics, the Phantom Zone is a permeable membrane between the light and dark sides of the multiverse.
Mhm.
What do you mean, uh-huh?
What?
What are you reading?
Yeah, that checks out.
It's part of my knowledge.
You reading the dark metal
No.
shit?
You kidding me?
Anyways, the Ultra Sphinx, holding a maybe alive and maybe dead Lois Lane in their hands, looks to Superman and asks, quote, Dakota, you're going to answer this. What happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object?
I go get a fucking taco and you kill my girlfriend.
You're hungry right now, aren't you?
Yes. This was supposed to take 2 hours at most, and I was gonna get Arby's for lunch.
Sorry. No, I'm not. Superman thinks for a sec, and then chuckles to himself. Confidently states, they surrender. And it works. Yeah, right? Solid answer.
I mean, I'm not really putting forth any effort to think about it.
It's not. I thought it would be like more clever. It
Yeah.
was like very lame.
Well, the problem is, when people write or they play as super intelligent characters, you can't
Right.
accurately. You're limited by your own intellect.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know what a level 8 intelligence would think because you're a level 2 Grant Morrison.
Right.
And level 8 intelligence doesn't fucking exist.
Correct. It's a fine answer. It's nothing like groundbreaking
Right.
or anything like that.
Maybe if we just got rid of riddles, we wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah, he could have just did some other device. He didn't have to do a lame riddle. Like when you think the writer has, never mind. But he
I
chose
just
a riddle,
fucking
and
hate
that's
riddles.
what we're stuck with.
Yeah. The Ultra Sphinx is satisfied, takes his necklace back, and disappears. Lois Lane soon regains consciousness, and Superman goes to lead her away from this mess. And the two morons. The king of bad timing, Samson, goes, quote, now wait a minute, what about our contest?
Fuck your contest.
I would hardly call that a feat of strength, Superman.
Beta bitch boy, get the fuck out of my way.
Atlas pipes in with a, quote, how about I wrestle you for her? Or is the mighty man of steel a coward after all? Even the S on his back is yellow.
I would have shoved my fist so far up your fucking ass I work your mouth like my goddamn puppet.
Superman turns around so fast and gives them a dad-ass glare and goes, quote, that's enough. Both of you. Flash forward to a small chunk of land in the middle of the ocean. Superman has engaged both of them in an arm wrestling competition.
Why is there land in the middle of the ocean?
A volcanic activity creates land in the middle of the ocean.
All right,
it
I'm
erupts.
aware, but
It's just like a little tiny, like, offshoot, unnamed island.
okay.
And they're there because when Superman flexes on these fucking idiots,
Yes, I know.
everyone will be fine.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
Samson on the left arm and Atlas on the right. And Lois is kind of just sunbathing, kicking her legs back and forth in the
Just
background.
chilling.
She's like, all right, my boyfriend has to do some work now.
I'm dipping my toes in the sea.
Yeah. Both of these morons are visibly struggling to keep their arms upright, while Superman's just literally whistling to himself. They of course,
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older?
they of course are still talking shit, and Superman goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to push?" Superman snaps Samson's arm like a fucking Twix. His arm twists all the way around, and we can see a little bit of bone poking out from underneath Samson's costume. We don't see what happens next, but we catch a glimpse of a Daily Planet cover page, with Atlas on the front with casts on both arms, indicating Superman snapped one arm, then after Atlas talked more shit, he broke the other arm. Superman and Lois spend the rest of their date in peace.
Mm-hmm.
They make out on the moon, and Lois falls asleep just before sunrise on the roof of her apartment. Superman tucks her into bed, and the comic ends. And now in issue 4, our final one today, I think, Dakota, you're going to get a taste of what you've been waiting for.
Sure.
It to be over?
Yeah.
I want my fucking Mexican food. I'm getting a burrito after this.
Our issue opens with, and will follow, Jimmy Olsen, Superman's good, non-powered friend. He works at the Daily Planet with Lois Lane and Clark Kent as a photojournalist, and he first appeared as an unnamed quote-unquote office boy in Action Comics number 6 in 1938.
He was the first one to get a picture of Superman, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how he actually became like a journalist.
It's just how Peter Parker became a
Because
journalist.
he became
It's
friends
30
with
years
Superman.
later.
And he became friends with Superman, and that's how he got the picture.
And he looks like fucking Tintin with bright blonde hair and like a hair coif that just goes straight up in one lick.
Okay.
Jimmy Olsen didn't get a proper name until the apparently lit, previously mentioned radio show, Adventures of Superman, in 1940. He managed to adopt the name after 8 unnamed appearances by Superman creators Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster. Jimmy Olsen, for some reason, was popular enough that he managed to nab his own comic book line called Superman's Pal, Jimmy Olsen, which ran for 163 issues between 1954 and 1974.
For what?
I don't know.
It's
He's-
gotta be terrible.
I would imagine, but like a lot of stuff happened in Superman's Pal, Jimmy Olsen. I don't have any of the milestones written down, but we've referenced it before a couple times on this show. Most casual readers know Jimmy Olsen as the guy with the Superman watch. This watch was given to Jimmy Olsen as an emergency beacon, where Lois Lane is a badass independent spirit who can take care of her goddamn self.
Jimmy Olsen's kind of a bitch.
Little bit. He's
Who,
meek.
who
and-
loves biting off more than he can fucking chew.
Yeah, he's meek and a little weaselly. He dresses like an awful hipster with super tight pants, a bow tie, and the works.
Even the Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl often bites off more than he can fucking chew.
Yeah, but he's like, I wouldn't want to fight him in a bar. Jimmy Olsen, you can just give him a noogie.
Yeah, I just meant, like, even though he's this big guy, in the beginning he kept biting off more than he could chew and would use the super watch.
Why is that character stuck around? Like, looking at him, like, he has no appeal. Like, I don't see the reason for it.
I think it's just a respect out of history. They're like, he's so integral. And I mean, honestly, he's not integral to Superman
No.
lore. You could pluck him out. and nothing changes.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering. Like, I really wonder what that
I mean,
comic's
I
about.
guess you could argue it's another, like, human thing. Like, to help keep him, like,
grounded.
grounded and attached to humanity.
But he has Lois.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, before, it might have come about, like, before he had, like, an actual relationship with Lois.
I mean, it's possible, because, I mean, it was 1938.
Yeah.
it's kind of changed. I bet with the because secret identity stuff isn't as important to comic book characters anymore. But like back when that first came out, it was very important. So probably to have that cast of characters he had to interact with.
We have to build a Clark Kent life.
We have to have.
Plus,
a
it
life.
helps. I mean, just having someone else as a backup for your lies. And with the gaslighting, if you've got a team backing up your lies, you can get away with anything.
Well, Jimmy doesn't know who Superman is.
Nobody's had to kind of lie to him, right?
No, Jimmy's like, I don't need to know who you are. You keep me alive.
Yeah, I
you keep
guess
me
that's true.
employed. Anyways, our story begins following Jimmy Olsen through a bit of a slump. His column at the Daily Planet, titled For a Day, is a smash hit. But Jimmy feels he's starting to hit
Is it? What is it even about?
I'm going to tell you if you'd fucking wait. Jimmy feels he's started to hit a bit of a dead end in what to do next. On top of that, he's been voted worst dressed in Metropolis for the second year in a row. The best? Dr. Leo Quintum with that dope-ass rainbow trench coat. Fuck you, Dakota.
It's badass.
I quit the podcast forever.
But that gives him an idea. A big part of Jimmy Olsen's For a Day is him Mike rowing this bitch, the guy from the show Dirty Jobs. Jimmy immerses himself in a new identity and a new job for a week, or I guess a day, to gain a new perspective on life. See what he can do to grow as a person that week.
What does that have to do with a news column?
That's what it's titled, is For a Day. That's what he does and what he writes about it.
Okay.
So
Oh, F-O-R. Not F-O-R.
I was just wondering, like, what is the fact that he's trying these other jobs? Like, what's the appeal of reading about it?
it appeals to everybody because I mean it's he's gonna reach out to so many people. Like he's a garbage man, and like the garbage man will read it, and then they'll get hooked, and then they'll read about what he does tomorrow, and then he'll attract a new audience. He's relatable because he's relating to literally everybody. Eventually, he's just an everyman. He puts his boots to the ground, and he just gets his hands dirty.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like an upbeat piece of you don't want to read some bad news all the
Yeah,
time.
it's like what I can learn from this experience, and here we can gain a new appreciation for the legal mafia that is the sanitation department.
I mean, Dirty Jobs was on for years, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was-
on
Was it?
for a long
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of dog shit jobs out there, and Mike Rowe did all of them.
I know that, but I guess I just don't see the appeal of watching it or reading about it.
But that gives him an idea. I already said that.
To what, be with Superman for a day?
No, buddy. Why not job shadow Dr. Quintum up at Project's Moonbase for a day? Sure enough, Jimmy manages to somehow get up to that moonbase and walk right up to Dr. Quintum, who it turns out is a huge fan of Jimmy's column. He probably called Superman and said, "Hey man, can you fly me up there real quick? I got a job to do." And Superman was like, "Okay, you got it. I just finished breaking 3 arms. I got an opening." I understand how upset you already are. Dr. Quintum's like, "I love your work, and I think I know why you're here. Thing is, I'm real busy.
Because
So
you need a better fashion sense.
take my coat, and as of now, you're the director of Project for a Day.
What?
Enjoy." And Dr. Quintum kind of just fucks off to visit a planet full of light-based organisms. Just moving on.
Like the fucking light elves in God of War?
And just like that, Jimmy Olsen finds himself at the helm of Project. He has one of the workers show him around the place, as it's not exactly something people get to see every day. The whole time, he's just taking notes. However, the worker knows that this place is legit, despite Dr. Leo Quintum's, cavalier attitude, and kind of rushes Jimmy past the good shit, specifically a giant red door that reads on the front, "Do not open till doomsday." Naturally, Jimmy's
He opens the fucking door.
yeah, Jimmy's like, "No, but I want to see that one." But
And it's, no, you're not the real fucking leader here.
yeah, that's basically it. She's like, I know this is a charity case, so I'm going to have to humor you, but I'm not humoring you that fucking much.
I know our dumbass fucking leader just gave you his weird fucking mirror coat and said, "Run free, little piggy," but no.
Well, he knew, Dr. Quintum knew that his workers wouldn't actually give him free, or I guess he thought that he wouldn't actually get to enact new
hoped.
policies.
Hoped that
They-
no one would listen to this asshole.
They wouldn't go along with it
Like,
anyway.
For somebody who's a fan of his work, he did kind of treat him like a child.
it's just like, oh, yeah?
you're in charge, champ.
Well,
Yeah.
he knows what he wants to do.
You want to see what it's like to be me for a day?
Yeah, this is what you're here for. I already know your work. Fucking go for it. You've been trusted with not as important shit, but you've done this before.
He's been a garbage man.
I just made that up.
He is friends with Superman, so maybe that bought him some clout. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're
When Superman drops him off on his
Right.
front door.
Yeah, that might change things.
no. You gotta call Superman up and go back to fucking Earth.
He could have, but he likes Jimmy. He liked the cut of his jib.
I'm gonna start doing this. Just walking up to random people and asking if I can do their job for a day.
Dude, you'd be amazed how far that'll get you.
I
People don't say no very often, man.
I know they don't. That's
So-
why I've gotten as much as I have.
So the worker tells Jimmy that was a project. But it was a subset back when this division was owned by the military. What's behind that door turns the subject into an unstoppable killing machine.
I think I found I think I know what's back there.
Yeah, do you?
I think it might.
They take Jimmy instead to the... I just know your eyes are going to roll every time I start a new paragraph. They take Jimmy instead to the portal to the Underverse. If you'll remember, escaping the Underverse was one of the labors Superman is expected to complete before his death.
Is this like the Bizarro world?
Yes. Again, adjacent to the truth.
Yep.
I don't... At
I
this
think
point,
he's looking at this stuff.
he has to be.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. I'm not, and that's the problem.
The Underverse is
I'm like my mother.
is a subsection of reality beneath our own, where it's said that, quote, time cools itself to a solid. And as to what that really means, I don't know. But
Is this like how Flash views everything in slow-mo?
I don't.
Yes.
But the project team has been mining for resources in the Underverse using advanced technology.
We're getting time crystals to make watches even worse.
God damn it. The portal is located underneath a catwalk that naturally Jimmy falls off when the catwalk breaks beneath his feet.
I want to see the maintenance man.
We're going to get to it. The Underverse is an area of exceptionally dense gravity. So the worker warns Jimmy to hang on or he's just going to be crushed into atoms and no longer exist. Seeing how that's sufficiently spooky, Jimmy taps the button on his superwatch to summon the big boy Blue. Of course, Superman comes rushing in, probably because he didn't get very far away from the moon base.
He just left.
It's like, yeah, man, I was just fucking outside. What the fuck?
Just there!
What the fuck happened? I was just here.
He comes rushing in, just narrowly managing to save Jimmy from being sucked into the portal. But as Superman puts himself between Jimmy and the Underverse portal,
Vacuum.
he remarks that he feels something a little strange, a little weird, just for a moment,
It's pulling on his cancer.
as he pulls out the cause for all this mayhem. The source of this malfunction, what overloaded the machinery and busted the catwalk, is a large black orb. Once Jimmy is safe and the orb is tucked away, successfully retrieved from the Underverse.
It's a bro, not an orb.
It's a what?
Bro, not an orb.
It's a bro?
Yeah, it's the inverse of an orb.
Oh, you fucking asshole. They reconvene in a nearby office, still on Project's moonbase. Superman and Jimmy sit on the decorative furniture, and the office worker tells them both
I swear to God, if that orb is antimatter, I'm gonna be mad.
that that black orb was a chunk of black kryptonite.
Oh, thank God.
The first time someone ever said, "Oh, thank God," to a new color of kryptonite.
I'd be real pissed if this man was just manhandling a bunch of antimatter.
No, wait till we meet the Anti-Monitor.
I know who the Anti-Monitor is. He's a big old cuck boy.
Cuck boy. Interesting. Now, this is a thing that already exists. Black kryptonite, not big cuck boy.
No, I'm pretty sure Big Cuck Boy exists too. I think you can look it up on Pornhub.
Don't.
I'm really glad that you brought Pornhub into our Superman discussion about America's father.
I found a way.
Honestly, you still haven't been as gross as you could have been.
Just wait.
Now, black kryptonite is a thing that already exists. But as I mentioned in our Justice League episode about a month ago, the rules for kryptonite are flimsy at best and pretty much ever-changing.
Why?
Because it's easy. It's comic book easy. That's all it is, dude. It's literally
Sounds like
just
lazy writing.
It kind of is. It really is. But the thing is, they're just piggybacking on the first guy who did Lazy Writing, who introduced red kryptonite back in 1950, whatever.
It's gotta be way easier to just introduce new Rock than have to dream up a whole backstory of some villain or put him in some impossible situation. Like, I don't know,
Dude.
Rock.
Dude, the fucking Wikipedia page for kryptonite is so long.
Yeah,
Most of these new colors of kryptonite came about, I think, in either the 50s or the 60s.
Yeah, but I've added to Wikipedia pages.
No, it's all legit shit, though.
What dork is writing of Krypton? Oh my!
You'd be amazed how much information we get for this show from
Yeah, but I
from
feel
Wikipedia.
sorry for those people that they exist.
No, I'm very thankful.
Well, yeah,
I was like, I've added to Wikipedia pages. That's just, again, for fucking chaos.
Yeah.
I hope some high schooler tries to use it as a resource.
Well, the trick is, guys, if you're using Wikipedia, check out the source that it documents, and then you can go check out the source, and then boom, you've got your source.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Wikipedia
sometimes
is
the
filled
source
with
isn't-
every single article with like 1 million. You can easily vet the source. You can easily vet it whether or not it's legit.
yeah. I tried to look up ivermectin on there, and they wouldn't let me.
Yes. Okay. So Jimmy's understand. I'm sorry, Dakota doesn't even understand.
Nor do I want to.
It's fine. Jimmy's understandably a little nervous, but Superman reassures him after his recent supercharge from the sun. Normal green K has no effect on him. This black K is probably the same, right?
Probably.
That's when Jimmy notices Superman laser engraved his S symbol on the table that they were sitting at. Something that you wouldn't know if you don't read comics is sometimes different characters have different speech bubble style. Like Darkseid's speech bubble is black with red writing to show how evil he is.
Evilest man ever.
Most characters' default is that standard white bubble with black lettering. The differences also help when you've got lots of chatter going on at once on a single page. And as Superman says this next bit, his speech bubble goes from white to gray to black. Superman tells Jimmy, quote, "It's that signal watch. Like, I don't have enough to do without bailing you out of some stupid scrape every other day. You would be dead without me." Jimmy starts backing up now, picking up on the obvious vibe shift. Superman stands up now, removing the hand he had resting on the corner of the table, which is now crumpled. He smashes the table, and now looks to enjoy the prospect of tormenting Jimmy, like Jimmy has tormented him. He laser beams at Jimmy's feet, intentionally missing.
Dance, boy, dance!
That's exactly it, dude. Because Jimmy jumps in the air to avoid the blast.
I was gonna fucking say he made Jimmy dance with laser beams.
Yep, that's exactly what he did.
I'm tired of being right.
You're just like our mother. She, for those who don't know, our mother always predicts the ending or like a twist in a movie. She's like, I bet that guy's the killer. But she'll say it quietly to herself, like she's trying to suss it out.
Uh-huh.
She's almost always right.
Hmm.
And the thing is, she says it, and it plants a little seed in your brain, and you're like, I wonder if that is him. And then this twist comes, and you're like, God damn it, woman.
It's like I was enjoying the twists and turns this thing was taking me on, but then I started questioning shit.
Superman's eyes now turn a shade of blue as he looks down and says, quote, Earth. Look at him. Swarming like futile bugs in the sun.
Superman?
Who's going to stop me from doing anything I want, Jimmy Olsen?
Superman?
You?
Superman? We need you to
I'm going to need you.
take a Xanax.
I'm going to need you to get on your knees.
I'm gonna need you to
bow.
I'm gonna need you to fucking cool it.
Soups smashes through the roof, leaving Jimmy to cower in terror.
Of the moon base, so he's flew into space, leaving a big ass space hole.
No, it's okay.
No, it's a big ass space hole, so
No,
people are getting like suctioned out and dying and
No, it's okay.
no, that's
Oh, I got this. Don't worry. Leo Quinton was expecting this sort of shit, so he's got some automatic, just like whoop, space closer uppers.
Yeah, force field or something.
Yeah, easy peasy. Dakota, do you even try? No, don't edit that. You
I'm
son
making
of a
more
bitch.
work for you as a punishment now.
You son of a bitch. But you see, the thing is, he's not just Jimmy Olsen. Today,
He's Olsen Jimmy? Is that what you're about to say?
No, he's project director Jimmy Olsen. And it's time to pull out the big guns. The anti-Superman guns.
You're not the project director.
He is today, 3 of them to be precise. Dr. Leo Quintum is off this planet. So it is his problem now. He's in the light planet. So you got 3 anti-Superman weapons to be precise. These weapons were actually co-designed by Superman for just such an event.
Oh, but when Batman does it. So how could you do that? We were friends, but you can make your own anti-weapons?
Yes, because consent is cool, Dakota.
And I bet you, like, they're not as terrible as being constantly burned.
Yeah, or epileptic seizures at light speed.
The torturous methods in which he neutralizes the Justice
These are
League.
powerful people.
It
You
was-
need powerful solutions.
Dude, that's like us saying, because we know our stepdad's allergic to penicillin, how we always keep a pill on hand in case we have to crush it up and put it in his food.
It's like, it was pretty rough stuff.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they're powerful people. You need a powerful solution.
Just a gun. You don't have to give someone
They were-
epileptic.
Some of
see-
these people...
The Flash described
Flash
it
is-
as being tortured for weeks, and he said that he prayed for days to just die. It was 20 minutes.
That's his fucking problem, not mine. I just needed to stop the man.
Sure. The first
Just
one,
wait till I need to stop someone in real life, Andrew.
the first weapon was green kryptonite based, which is kind of useless. The second one is a beam fired from space that blasts Superman into his favorite place, the Phantom Zone. Jimmy knows how serious that is and won't even entertain the idea. He's like, no, that's awful.
Why the fuck not?
Because he's Superman's friend. Because people, when they like each other, Dakota, they like have a certain affection for
We'll
one
send
another,
you
and
to
so
the
they're.
fucking Phantom Zone. I will make the Phantom Zone.
But number 3, well, that one was behind the fancy red door that he was ushered away from.
I'm gonna put you in a boo box.
The one labeled Doomsday. I'm muting your microphone here soon. The project worker tells Jimmy that's a horrible idea. The whole project was scrapped because of how dangerous and unstable the program was. Not only that, but you need some kind of hypnotic trigger to bring you back from whatever transformation takes place. If you remember, the Doomsday Project is supposed to turn soldiers into unstoppable killing machines. That might work against Superman. Maybe.
Make enough of them.
But Jimmy Olsen has got to try and save his friend that has saved him countless times. Also, we don't know what All-Star Superman has been exposed to and what exposures Jimmy would be aware of, but kryptonite effects are usually very temporary. So banishing Superman to a prison eternally that they don't know how to get back from, especially on the other side, for a temporary problem is a bit extreme.
Send a rescue team.
How would they get back, though?
Weren't these designed before Superman got supercharged? So how are
Correct.
any of them going to work?
Yeah, they don't
They
know.
have no idea.
Send
Yeah.
him to the Phantom Zone. Let him.
Yeah, I agree. That's
He'll
about your
die
only
of
option.
cancer anyway, so just send his ass there.
Well, they don't know that. Dr. Leo Quintum does, but he's gone.
Send his ass to the Phantom Zone.
But on the other hand, how much damage can a supercharged Superman capable of pushing 200 quintillion tons do? I did basic stupid person math, and that is
Is
as
this
much...
like your horsepower conversion chart?
Correct. That is as much weight as 3 of Earth's moons when applied to Earth's gravity. According to NASA, the moon weighs roughly 73.43 quadrillion tons. So, like roughly 3 of them. 2.5. Project workers arm up Jimmy Olsen and prep him to be teleported to Earth. Specifically, Metropolis, where Superman just landed.
To kill Lois Lane.
Again!
God damn
Tangentially, Soups crashes through the metal planet on the Daily Planet skyscraper.
Figured out why I don't read comic books.
Crash lands on the ground and immediately begins terrorizing people. But it's evident that something's going on here. When Superman lands, he goes, quote, "Still strong as ever was. Where am Lois Lane?"
Sorrow.
But he's real pissed to see Jimmy Olsen's goofy ass appear right behind him,
God damn it.
holding a gun.
Like a fucking, 9mm?
Though this gun looks more like the syringer from Fallout 4. Or for
Okay.
people who fornicated before, it's a syringe on top where the chamber and barrel would be, with a pistol grip.
Pew pew.
Superman bellows, quote, "What is it with you? You and they point dumb gun at me. Say bye-bye, hand!" And fires his laser beams at Jimmy's wrist, which hits the Superwatch perfectly and refracts the laser beam right back at Superman, stunning him for just a second, which gives Jimmy all the time he needs to point the syringe end in his neck and pull the trigger. And he falls back in a cloud of smoke that Superman caused by his crash landing. The figure that emerges from the smoke is a monster through and through. Taller than Superman himself, gray, fucking beefy, with prominent bone protrusions on his knuckles, shoulders, and face. These bone spikes cover all of the monster's body in various sizes. And it's got red hair and a stretched out red Superman watch on its wrist.
That watch is awesome. It reflects Superman's laser eye beams and stays on an inflated wrist.
Yep.
That's badass.
I love how, this shit happens, and you start smiling, because you're like, hell yeah. And then Dakota just goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like a father, like a disappointed dad.
I don't know if we preface it, but these stories are way more fantastical. I mean, obviously by now,
No shit.
but than your typical Superman story. They're
I'm not convinced of that.
They're
For all I know,
way
this is a fucking Tuesday.
point.
We have 2 more episodes to try and change him.
But yeah, these are way out there.
Yes. And I forgot about the Underverse. It's gonna get more.
Yeah, it's
We're gonna get zany.
and then it gets more.
I found your new co-host.
Jimmy's just been doomsdayed. I don't remember if we talked about Doomsday on the last episode or not.
We did.
Okay. Doomsday is the monster that eventually killed Superman. Not just whooped his super ass, but outright killed Superman with his fucking fists.
I was like, was it a supersonic break like Zod?
No.
Oh.
No, they just eventually they stood there in downtown Metropolis just trading punches.
They beat each other to death.
Yes, they beat each other to death. So this is kind of a big deal. What should we call him? Jim Day? Dimmy? Doomy? I like Doomy.
Doom. Yeah, go with that.
Doomy looks...
I cannot express my dissatisfaction enough.
I'm having fun. Doomy
getting
looks at his
burrito after
hand
this.
and goes, "Huh, neat." Oh, it's probably more like, "Huh." And he just cold cocks a confused ass Superman, punching him down into the concrete, leaving a dent.
God, just fucking once. I just want to lay into someone's face like that.
The punch comes from because he's taller too, so he brings it over his head, and he just goes bonk.
Yeah, I'm real familiar with that punch, Andrew.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Been receiving into those 1 or 2 times.
Superman gets up and says, quote, "Me feel am no possible. Me feel, you feel this." And returns Doomy's punching kind. I love playing Bizarro. I did so on Doomsday, or not on Doomsday, but on our Superman Red Sun. So I actually got to do a proper Bizarro voice.
Bizarro
So much
has
fun.
fantastic phrases.
It's more like, "Me feel am no feel." Doomy shakes the punch off and goes, "Huh, feel what?" And lasers Superman through a nearby shop window. The project scientists overseeing this battle, with a hand hovering over a button to fire that phantom laser, remark that Jimmy has about 30 seconds before he loses his goddamn mind entirely, and will be stuck in this doomsday form for good.
Send them both to the Phantom Zone. Fuck both of them.
Right now, Jimmy's in control.
For about 30 seconds.
Correct. Doomy then fucking just Terminator walks over to the shop.
Too much time. Move faster.
He comes upon Superman lying on the ground, and Doomy raises both his fists in the air, ready to bring the pain to the Man of Steel.
People's elbow time.
But Superman cowers and throws his hands up in defeat and starts crying, saying, quote, "What am happened to me? No fair. Me get weaker. Me am die now? No die. Me scared. Am Superman. No am die."
It's like how you're having the time of your life, and Dakota's just staring at you dead face the whole time.
I'm having so much fun with this.
I fucking hate this. I'm never being a part of Superman. Ever again.
I cannot wait till we get to the Underverse. You gonna meet Zabaro?
I'm gonna quit the fucking show, Andrew. I'm gonna walk out that goddamn door.
You're gonna love Zabaro.
I'm gonna fucking leave.
Doomy's...
I don't even know what to say, so I can't help make this podcast anymore.
Doomy's stretched Superman watch starts going off, and soon Doomy becomes Jimmy once more, and embraces a crying Superman on the ground in the middle of this destroyed shop. They're both soon teleported to the Project Moonbase, where they can properly recover. The worst part of all of this for Jimmy, he got the most intense scoop ever for his 4-a-day column. FOR. But he can't expose a super weakness like black kryptonite like that. Especially with Lex Luthor publicly admitting his villainy once more. And speaking of Lex Luthor, we'll explore what he's doing, along with the development of Superman's cancer and his 12 labors, in part 2 of Superman All-Star.
There will be no fucking part 2. I'm tired of this bullshit. You both suck. Superman sucks.
We need to feed him beforehand.
Yeah.
We'll just have like a little nacho tray in front of him so he can munch, and I'll just like, I'll have a button whenever he goes to put a chip in his mouth that mutes his microphone.
We could do more Superman.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, now you want Superman?
I'm sorry you didn't like it.
I didn't know nachos were involved.
That's all it is that he's grumpy and hungry.
You need something to eat.
I haven't eaten all fucking day.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to last like this. Yes. So, like Robert said, we got more zany coming, but we also got the real shit. There's a reason that this is the pinnacle of Superman. This is how the Man of Steel deals with death, his own death, and what he does to take care of those that he cares about.
Sounds like he
as
just
well
cries
as the
like
planet.
a fucking bitch.
What?
Sounds like he cries and moans like a
that
bitch.
was black kryptonite. He got weaker the more that he got hurt. It was weird. We've never seen a kryptonite
Mush
effect
brain
like that.
Superman.
Yes. Once he got back to the Project Moonbase, he
Where
was
the
fine.
black kryptonite was?
No, they cased it in a lead line box.
Okay. Sure.
That's
Yeah.
super rules.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah. He became fine after that, and he was like, boy, that was weird. Sorry I was a dick, Jimmy.
Boy weird. No mo.
Yeah. So, thank you all for listening.
I apologize for the amount of anger I've thrown around.
We just know what to do next time. We'll feed you. That's okay.
I just need to know to eat before this.
My stomach is grumbling. Follow us, like us, subscribe to us on all the things. Leave us a review where you can. If it is humorous, we will read it. If it is nice, we will read it. If it is not nice, I will read it privately in the bathroom and cry.
He will cry.
Follow us on social media at WTTM Pod. We got a link to our Discord. Come hang out with the nerds. Let's see, what else we got? Telling friends, check. Discord, check. Social, check.
We're
Do
good.
you think the people who listen to this have friends?
Yeah.
What if they're all friends with each other?
That's probably most
Well,
likely.
don't you
it.
have like listeners in like Portugal or some shit?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird.
We're international.
That's right, baby.
Yeah. It's cool.
Have we checked the numbers since Nick has left?
Yeah, they have tripled, actually. It's really weird.
It's almost like now that I'm here and I make things fun. Nick, if you're listening, I appreciate you.
He's not listening. He's so done. He's not listening.
I wouldn't blame him. All right, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.